Welcome to the Community Brew Podcast, Commerce and Conversations, brought to you by the carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce, where local business meets local flavor in the heart of the beautiful Desert Foothills region. We're serving up fresh insights, inspiring stories from business owners, experts, and community leaders shaping our vibrant community, including simple strategies to help you grow your business faster. And now, here's your host, President and CEO of the Carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce, Steve Feld.
Hello, and welcome to another great edition of the Community Brew. I'm here with Andy Kesti from Assisting Hands Home Care. Welcome, Andy.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk a little bit about my business and share with the community what's going on.
Well, first tell us, what is your business?
Yeah, so Assisting Hands Home Care is a business that focuses really on providing in-home non-medical care to our clients. So what that means is we hire professional and compassionate caregivers to provide care in people's homes. People might need help anywhere from doing things like hospice support, dementia care, transportation, companionship, and a whole variety of things that are non-medical related, but yet make it easier for people to live at home successfully and safely.
And how long have you had the business?
My wife and I started the business 3 years ago, almost to the day. And yeah, we've been going strong ever since.
Right. And what prompted you to get into this industry?
Well, when Kelly, my wife, and I were looking at our little midlife crisis of what are we going to do with the next 20 years of our life, we were in our early 50s. And we talked about a different number of different types of businesses that we could get into. And we actually met with her cousin in Prescott who runs a similar type of business. And he sat down and visited with us a lot about what exactly it means to be in home care. Now, my wife's a nurse, and I ran large teams at major financial institutions. So we felt this was like a good connection of her medical and compassion skills there and my ability to bring together a successful business that's sustainable.
Excellent. I know starting a business off, everyone thinks, oh, it's an easy road, nice and straight. But it's more like wiggly, going over rocks, everything.
Yes.
What kind of challenges have you had to overcome in growing your business?
Well, I would say, as with many businesses, hiring the right people tends to be a big part of it. I can put together the positions that I need. I can put together the procedures that we're going to be following. I can put all of this together, but dropping the right people into the right slots is probably the most important piece. And in the caregiving space, it tends to be somewhat transient. So people might do caregiving for 6 months while they're saving money for a car, or they're between jobs and then they leave. And so it's this constant looking for the greatest, the best possible caregivers. So those would be the two pieces.
And up here, I mean, the need is great in the Desert Foothills region.
Yes. Desert Foothills is a unique region, as we all know, a beloved region. My wife and I have lived here for 15 years. But what we've discovered is that this area is so far removed from where most caregivers will come from. That's really difficult to find caregivers who are willing to travel the distances that's required to come and provide care.
And then, there are other home care providers. So what sets yours a little different than the others?
Yeah, following up on my comment about how difficult it can be sometimes to get caregivers to drive, say, from Glendale or Avondale or places like that. The fact is that we only focus on this region. So when we're hiring caregivers who have a closer proximity to where our clients are. So that's one of the differentiating factors. We are able to get caregivers who want to travel here, who are excited to be in this area, and it's not too far for them to go.
Well, that's refreshing to hear because we don't hear that a lot,
right?
Trying to draw people up in this area to work. And there's plenty of work.
There is, in fact.
Are you still hiring too?
We are hiring always for caregivers because we don't know what the next big need is going to be. And especially as we get closer into the winter season, so our business is somewhat cyclical as it can be for many Cave Creek area businesses. Things kind of slow down in the summertime, but wintertime comes around. And then we're looking at, okay, we have existing clients coming back. We have more people who need care because kids have come down and visited them in Thanksgiving time or Christmas time, like, ooh, mom needs some more help than we really expected. She might not have been sharing as much as what was going on. Yeah, so we're always hiring to look for the best caregivers that we can because we know people will need us.
Oh, excellent. And I know you're a member of the chamber. What
Yes.
prompted you to join the chamber?
Well, I've always been interested in chambers of commerce because they're kind of a mystery to me. I thought these things look great, an awesome website. It looks like great things to help grow my business. But really, it was about wanting to be part of the Cave Creek community, not only from a personal perspective, where we've sent our kids through the Cave Creek schools, but now from a business perspective, how do I start meeting more business owners? And so yeah, it's been great for us. It's both been me going to the chamber meetings and also my marketing person whose job it is to go to chamber meetings.
And she's there.
Yeah, no, well, I'm glad to hear that, Steve.
She'll be listening to this too, and
Right.
if she's not there, I mean, he's gonna know about it.
True fact.
You're absolutely true. It's like getting out there in the community is probably one of the best ways to really get businesses because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. If you're the hidden gem in your own world, and you're like, I don't need to market, I don't need to network, I don't need to have the contacts, you might get those rewards as well.
Right.
So I think you're doing a great thing about being proactive, being out in the community. Speaking out in the community, I mean, there's so many great organizations here. How do your business give back to the community? How do you get involved otherwise?
Yeah, I would say probably one of our biggest contributions that we try to make is to a nonprofit organization that maybe you're familiar with. It's called the Foothills Caring Corps. Foothills does a lot of work similar to what we do, but from a volunteer perspective. And so one of the things that we'll do is we support their annual golf event. But on a more practical perspective, oftentimes when we have clients who no longer need the durable medical equipment that they've purchased over the years, they will ask me, well, what do you want to do with this, Andy? Do you want to take it? Do you have someone who can use it? And Poppy over at Foothills Caring Corps, she's got a loan closet that I regularly drop things off at: wheelchairs, walkers, canes, whatever it might be. And that's something that then the neighbors can go into there and request to loan them out or borrow them out.
Absolutely. It's a great, I want to say, service to the whole community, because I know I've picked up wheelchairs and walkers from people who didn't need them where I live and brought them up here and gave them to the Caring Corps and give it to someone who really can use that help. So,
Yes.
do you develop partnerships or joint venture relationships, collaborations with many of the community members?
We look for probably between 3 and 4 different types of businesses that we do referral partnerships with, because of the synergies that come with us taking care of people who are wanting to stay at home, but then life happens to all of us, and there's different transitions people make that mean we can no longer support them in their needs. And so we do a fair amount of work with senior placement firms. We do work with hospice agencies, home health agencies, and we also try to partner closely with some of the local assisted living, independent living facilities such as Equitron.
And then, I always have to ask this for business owners. What is a lesson that you learned? Well, we all learn it the hard way, that you wish you would have known when you first started the business?
Marketing. I would say that I had this sincere belief that if I was just a really great business owner, I took great care of my employees and my caregivers and my clients, that people would just spread the word like wildfire. And we do get a lot of organic referrals that come in now 3 years later, but we could have done a lot better job bringing the message out to the community in the early parts of our business to help facilitate this service that's so badly needed.
It's true. A lot of people think that, hey, I'm going to hang the shingle and business is going to just come in. And
right.
A little different than that.
It is.
So that is a tough one to learn. I think I've been there, unfortunately, in one of my businesses. I thought the same thing, and I learned that lesson real fast.
Right.
Thank God.
Right.
How do you stay motivated as a leader in your organization and keep all your staff going?
Well, this might sound a little quirky, but when I was in corporate America, I often felt like I was getting a little bit dragged down from the perspective, okay, well, now I have to get up and do this again, and I have to deal with these things again. And I was reading a book one evening as I was going to bed, and they said that the number one thing you can do to stay motivated is to think about the one great thing you're going to do tomorrow that's going to help you reach your long-term goals. And that will keep you enthusiastic, and that will help you translate that enthusiasm into your employees. So that's what I try to do every single night is think about what is the one big thing I'm going to do tomorrow. There'll be a lot of things I do.
Yeah.
What's the one big thing I'm excited about? And then I do that big thing. It helps me reach my goals, and it keeps me enthusiastic.
That's great advice. Good book.
It was.
I love those. You read those books and they give that one nugget that like really sticks and it really hits home, and you start using it, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, they're right.
Right. Yes.
So I have to ask this question. I ask this question to every guest that's on here. Being up in the community, we have so many unbelievable restaurants, art galleries, retail. We got entertainment, you name it. What is one of your favorite hidden gems? Could be anything.
Sure. Well, in this, when you talk about food, especially, I'm working hard on reducing my sugar intakes, because one of the things I've learned in this business is that sugar is a huge facilitator of dementia. So for all of you out there, little public service message, look at if you're not wanting to get dementia, look at your sugar intakes and really start cutting back on that. Maybe that will motivate you. But I do, just last night, I was going up to see one of my clients and make sure that everything was going well, and I needed to get some dinner. I always try stopping at Stumblina's and have some of their tacos. I just really, really like their tacos.
Their tacos are great. Fried cauliflower there.
I have not tried it. Next time I will.
A must try. I was hesitant too, and then I tried it.
All right.
I'm sold.
All right. I'll do it, Steve.
What's coming up in your business in like the next year? What do you see down the road?
One of the things that we think is missing a lot in the Cave Creek Carefree area is support for family caregivers. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between paid givers and family caregivers. Family caregivers is probably by far and above the highest proliferation of caregivers in our community and everywhere. It's husbands who are taking care of wives. It's children who are taking care of their mom and dad. It's people who are volunteering to help out neighbors. But this can be a very difficult job as time goes on. And one of the things I learned about recently in Scottsdale, I think there's one in Scottsdale and one in Phoenix, they're called dementia cafes.
Yes.
Okay. And a dementia cafe is somewhere where a company like mine can provide caregivers free of charge for an hour or two, so that you can bring the person in that you're caring for, and then subsequently sit down with experts and talk about how you can make caring a job that's easier, maybe hurdles you're trying to overcome. And we've talked a lot about in 2026, seeing if we can't partner with a place like the Holland Center or somewhere like that and start putting together even a monthly dementia cafe.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, I've heard
I'm
of
excited.
I've never been to one.
Yeah.
No need, thank God.
Right.
Now, where can listeners learn a little bit more about you and contact you?
Sure. Probably the easiest way to learn details about what we do is to give us a phone call at 480-863-6591, because each of our listeners' needs they're different. And we can provide information on our website at assistinghands.com/cavecreek. But when you look through it, you're going to see kind of generic information that may not speak specifically to a challenge you're faced with. So the majority of our calls come from people who have a challenge and they're not sure what to do, and they have already researched everywhere. But when they call our office, between myself and my office staff, we can actually sit down and say, okay, tell us more about this. Let's ask probing questions. Like, what would good look like to you? What would good look like to your spouse who you're caring for? And then start putting together ideas. And they may not include home care. Yeah. But we have a lot of resources that we can say, look, maybe you should think about this or think about that as a way to move forward. And here's where home care could fit in if you're interested.
Oh, excellent. And we'll have Andy's contact information all down in the show notes, whether you're watching or listening. So please, if you have that family member that needs a little extra help at home, give Andy and his team a call. I think you can help them out, right?
Appreciate that, Steve. Yes, we can.
Great. Any final thoughts?
None for me.
All right. Well, I want to say from Andy and myself, if you like Andy and all great wisdom, as well as the other wonderful guests that we have on the Community Brew, please make sure you like and subscribe to whatever channel you are listening or watching this on. And both of us would like to say to you, we wish you and your business much success.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
Thanks for joining us on the Community Brew podcast, Commerce and Conversations. If you enjoyed this episode, Be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, fellow business owners, and community champions. Don't forget to check out our other episodes for more tips, stories, and strategies to help your business grow, all served with a local twist. Until next time, stay connected, stay inspired, and keep brewing success in the desert foothills. The Carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce wishes you much success.